Hi, this is Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. This is another battle on the Pilsons map, and we're following Stewie JP in his EBR 105. Stewie JP is not Stewie JP, but he is also one of the other community contributors, and I'll put his links to his Twitch channel and YouTube channel in the details below. We'll do refer to him as Little Stewie because of the two Stewies. They're both back in 1AR, having had sojourn in Kings. Anyway, heading to the middle of the mullock heaps to spot the enemy. He's already spotted FV 4005 is not present, but it looks like the centres here is being swarmed by enemy tanks, so a couple of EBRs and TVPs. He's got some support here from his platoon mates, which are CJ Hunt and Destroy You from Lemon Clan, so shout out to Lemon as well. But it looks like the TVP on Stewie's side, which is Fram, from who we see on the forums quite a lot, is basically getting a bit trapped there, so looks like he's not going to come out of that well. So Stewie's backed off here really to try and get some shots on the tanks as they're pushing forward, see if it's basically giving a flanking case. Now, just note that he took that shot against the enemy EBR as it was coming straight towards him. That's one of the best ways to get a shot. First of all, it exposes the whole front of the vehicle, so the wheels don't play such a big part in the target. It also means that the shot goes direct, so you're not trying to track horizontally, and therefore getting gun bloom while you're trying to move your turret to match the enemy. So it gives you a bit more accuracy, but also increases your chance of getting a proper hit on and doing damage. So he was firing HE shells at the moment. The EBR 105 has of course got a 105mm gun, and the HE shells do a pretty large amount of damage, around 500 hit points per shell against lightly armoured vehicles. So now Stewie's taken quite a few hits from that bit of brawling, so he's down to 369 hit points, and he comes across one of the EBRs. That EBR also firing HE, but only did 169 damage to him, and he's left that enemy EBR on really just a minute amount of hit points, unfortunately. But we'll see whether he goes back there or in fact moves to another area of the map, given that pretty much lost this side of the map. So the tank destroyers basically pulled back, and the arty are basically calling for him to move. It looks like Fram was a bit cross about being left stranded by the EBRs, so he's giving him a bit of information back about what their options were, which really weren't a whole lot. So it was a bit of overcommitment in that from Fram, but nonetheless, we wish him better in his following matches. So you can see CJ has also been reduced to a pretty small amount of hit points, so they're all pretty much one-shots at this stage. So Stewie's come up here to give the arty a bit of comfort. They gave him some help before, so he's going to try and protect them in case the enemy EBRs try and swarm. But now he's set off on a run down the side for spotting and moving around as you need to in a light tank. Now he's actually got a couple of missions running. He's got the LT-15, which we'll just take a quick look at the missions. So he's doing LT-15 for the Object 260, so he needs to do 8,000 combined damage, win the battle, and assist in the killing of 5 tanks. So we'll keep an eye on that through the game to see whether he's achieving that or not. Anyway, he's basically taking the opportunity that he wasn't spotted on the way through until just now, and he's coming across the arty in the back. Again, using the HE shells, he's managed to dispose completely of an Object 261, but there's 2 other arty to find, an Object 261 and a GWE 100, which he hasn't seen at this point. But he has got now a view of the rears of FV 4005, the famous shit barn, and an Object 277, and using his HE shells, doing around 500-ish damage, so getting really good result there, and getting a nice hit on that FE4005 reduced him to a one-shot. But he's struggled out of view at this point, and now he's got an Object 277 who's basically giving him his rear, because obviously he's behind him, and the 277 hasn't figured out that yeah, someone's basically flanked him completely. So using this advantage position, he's not getting spotted any longer, using the bush as well to basically keep himself unspotted while he's shooting. And this 277 really has got no clue. He's just trying to run away now, but not really using his tank's mobility to any great advantage. Stewie gets another hit on him and takes him down to 440 points. But Stewie's also got now the rear of a E4 tank destroyer, and again, anytime you can take some damage out of an E4, it's well worth the opportunity. But now the Object 277 looks like he's finally twigged that yeah, some damage coming from behind him, and he's coming back towards Stewie, so I'll see if he makes the distance. And no, the spotting that Stewie's done is basically let the arty on his team reduce him to the point where he goes back to the garage. Now, that's one of the values of protecting your own arty at the start there, that you've got them in the later part of the game to help protect you, or in fact give you some damage. So he's now spotted the GW100, which was interesting because he was pretty close to him, but he clearly not close enough to proxy spot. So he's just lining him up and trying to deal with him, but didn't quite do enough damage. The GW100 has got just enough hit points to stay alive. But whether Stewie wants to waste another shell or not, we'll see. But he's got a better target in the E4, although that didn't connect. So in the meantime, arty on Stewie's team have basically taken out that GW100. So now he's got a choice of where does he go. There's probably more artillery at the back, and he can go there, or he can basically try and harass the E4s and the 405s. But he's now striking out across the map just to see what he can find. There's the E4 again, lines him up, aims carefully, gets a shot in. Now he's moved back to the standard APCR there, and he's doing a bit less damage. So that's just one consideration, but just had a shot taken by the Object 261 that he's just spotted, and so he's moving in again with an HE shell and takes out the remaining arty, so it gives him 2 arty kills. He's already up to 6.7 thousand damage, and he's got 1.3 of assisted, so that's got him to his 8,000 target, but apart from winning the battle, he's only got 2 kills, and there's only 3 tanks left on the enemy side. Let's see whether he gets the opportunity to be involved in their killing. I think from the description, as long as he assists in the killing, but probably from tracking, he won't get the credit for it. So now he's just hanging out here. Possibly he's cooking up a scheme with his platoon mates who are still both in the game, and working out where to go on the map against where the enemy are. Now, none of the enemy have been seen for a little while, so they haven't been seen pulling back, and yet they haven't been seen at the front there. So they're being a bit cautious and calling out some parts of the map that need to be looked at. But yeah, it sounds like there's probably a bit of a discussion going on in Discord right now to say, you know, what to do. So Stewie's now making a move. What is he going to do? He's heading off to this far side of the map, potentially so that you can travel down back towards the back without getting spotted. This is one way of basically concealing your movement so that you're not accidentally lit by tanks in the factory area, and therefore to rearrange your assets. Now they're reasonably in front, although looks like the chieftain on the enemy side has taken out one of the artillery, which indicates that the chieftain has made its way to the back. In fact, there's some damage going from one of the other artillery, and yeah, there you go, there is the chieftain. He's on a small amount of hit points, and he does get taken out by the Batchat arty, who either had earlier relocated or noticed that the chieftain was coming close. So there's still 3 tanks up. They've got a solid amount of hit points advantage, but 2 of their tanks are artillery. So there's really 3 active vehicles. There's Stewie and 2 FV4005s. So there's a remaining FV4005s now been spotted. What they're really going to work out, is he by himself or is he there with the TVP? And the TVP's got an auto loader, so if you get close to it, then you can quite easily put 3 shots into your 1. So you just have to be careful. So Stewie's reloading each HE shells. See what we can do with this FV. Okay, he's found the FV facing the other way, so he puts in 1 shell and quickly reverses out of there. Now these EBRs do have the ability to reverse at the same speed as they go forward. It's part of the actual design of the vehicle when it was made in real life to have 2 driver positions, and so it could drive forwards and backwards at the same speed. So this is not a gimmick by Wargaming there. Anyway, Destroyer manages to take out the FV, so he probably was a bit cranky about spending all the credits for 1 shell on a small amount of hit points, but nonetheless it's helping to secure the win. So Stewie's rushing to the back now, thinking that the TVP may have relocated, being the last tank alive. In fact, there he is. Puts in a quick shot to him, which does hit. The TVP misses, and then the Batchat Artie takes him out in return. So what a cracking result there for Stewie. Well done. So if we take a look at his results, he got the Ace Tanker badge for the overall effort, the Spotter badge, Bruiser, and Fire for Effect. Got some Pascucci's medal for killing the 2 Arties, the Patrol Duty for getting the number of tanks he spotted damaged, and Confederate medal, as well as the High Caliber and the Tank Sniper award as well. So 72-37 damage, which was almost double what the next person did in his team. The chieftain on the other side did 6,300 damage, so it's not a bad effort there from a member of China Clan. We hope that was all earned properly. 1276 base experience, which is good result for tier 10. So the 20 shots he fired, 17 connected, which is good accuracy, 15 of those penetrated. We can see he got 2220 of assisted damage as well, and he made a reasonable amount of profit there with 39,000 credits profit. So great result there, Stewie. Then please leave any comments below.